It's been hard to miss what's been going on these past few days, depending on when you're watching this video, and especially if you are into UFC, boxing, and all that stuff. We all know that the car crash that Anthony Joshua went through in Nigeria. Now, I'm going to be honest, I haven't read up much about it. I want to kind of tell you a little bit about what my initial reaction was and why it why I didn't really care in the beginning and why now I'm kind of I'm in shock. I don't really know what to feel, what to say. So it started when I saw the initial headline. It wasn't even a headline, it was a TikTok video. One of I forgot his name, you know, that news guy, very popular, blonde hair, right? And he like just told the news that Anthony Joshua was in a car crash, but he didn't suffer any major injuries. And I thought nothing about it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad he's fine. I don't know him personally, and I'm not a boxing fan, so it didn't hit me, right? Then later the same day, my wife actually called me and she said, "Hey, you know what? Um, did you know who passed away?" And I was like, "No, who?" Like I was thinking maybe some celebrity or something, right? And she said, "No, that guy, healthy mindset, Lats. He was in the car with Anthony Joshua, and he passed away." And the world just stopped. And I was like, "What? Are you sure?" Because the thing is, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know that guy that deep. We met once. He came to Sweden when before I even moved to Dubai. I was in the midst of my preparation of moving, making my hijrah, right? And I met him together with another friend. We went to the gym. We had some dinner. We talked about fitness, Islam, business, all that stuff. And I know, like, that was the only time I met him, like, physically. Then, sure, when he had an online presence, I do my own online coaching as well. So you kind of like when you're in that sphere, you cross what you call it, like cross paths, right? So I wrote to him, and he was coming to Dubai a few times. We were meant to meet up, but like as it is always with these kind of things, it's like you say that you got to meet up, you're gonna go to the gym, and then one of you get busy, right? Um, and subhanallah, I didn't really think about him that much lately. And when she said that, I honestly don't know why, but it was like the whole world just stopped, and I was in shock. I was like, this is crazy. And I called one of my friends who also who like him. He's a very close friend to Lads, um, and that was the same friend we like when I met Lads. He introduced me to him, and I told him about it. He was like, "Yeah, my phone's been blowing up since then. You know, people asking what happened, people sending their condolences, even people sending like videos of this crash, right? Like the bodies and like Allah understand. And I like inevitably saw one of those videos, and the way. So it wasn't only Lats, it was also another. So Lats was one of, I think he was a childhood friend with Andrew and Joshua, right? So they grew up together, and he was also his coach, and he was part of his team. And then there was another coach, Sina. May Allah forgive them. May Allah give them the highest ranks of paradise, and protect them from adab al-qabr, the punishment of the grave, and let them enter paradise without hisab. Um, but yeah, so these two were with Anthony Joshua in the car when the crash happened. And as far as I know, like, you got to confirm this, but what I know is that they were driving on a road and they were supposed to overtake a car and they lost control. Some people said it was like a blown tire or something, and they hit what I think was a stationary truck in the middle of the road, right? And it was just like, if you've seen the video of the car, like, it's just mashed up. And subhanallah, like, I can't believe how Anthony Joshua survived. Like, it, Allah really protected him, and I ask Allah to guide him to the truth, to Islam, seeing how Allah protected him. But yeah, so, like, ever since I heard the news, like, I've been so, it's hard to describe the feeling. I think it's shock, grief, but I've been feeling so empty. I've been thinking a lot about death lately. Like, this year for me has been quite difficult. I've been like on a content break because of health issues, and I've been thinking about death a lot, like how fragile life is, right? Like, you're here one day, not even one day, one moment, right? And the next moment you can be gone. Like, you never know when death knocks on your door, right? And it can happen like this. It can be the next car ride. It can be the next time you go out. It can be like you're going to sleep and you never wake up. Yeah, you never know. And that's why, like, it's such a wake-up call. Like, you got to prepare. You don't know when that moment happens, but you got to prepare for that. And I'm not talking about like giving up. I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, it's nothing, it's worthless. It's not. It's not worth it. It's not hopeless. Like, death is a reminder. Like, even the Prophet ﷺ, he cried many times when he heard about people dying, even non-Muslims dying, because of the compassion he had for humans, the humankind, and the love he had for the deen of Allah and wanting to spread it to other people. So when someone dies, like, that's the end of the line, right? Like, that's all the actions you could have done, and all the actions you've done is done. Like, it's finished. Nothing will continue after that. Obviously, unless there are three things, right? Like, sadaqah jariyah, like a sadaqah you gave that is continuing, give you reward. Maybe you build a masjid, people still praying in it. If you have kids, they're making dua for you. If you had knowledge you spread, right, that people are still using. And this really, Allah Mustaan, I don't know, man. This whole thing just, it really, it makes you see what really matters, right? The family you have, the religion you have, in which state you're in. Like, what are you chasing? What's your goal, right? Like, what's your day-to-day, what are you chasing day to day? Are you chasing just money, just for the sake of it, or are you truly trying to be a better Muslim? And even if it's just 1%, right? So honestly, like, this, like, people, they pass away every day, right? But this thing, it happens so fast and unexpectedly that I wasn't prepared for it. And like, me and Les, we're in the same age. We're doing kind of the same thing with fitness, and like, and what I'm gonna take from this is that it's important that we spread goodness on social media, and we try to reduce all the bad habits we have, all the sins we're committing, and we constantly returning to Allah. Like, not once a day, I mean like multiple times a day. Like, remind yourself of how fragile life is, and that at any time it can be gone. So be prepared for that. But at the same time, expect that tomorrow will come, and that you're going, inshallah, to wake up tomorrow and it's a new day, and there's like a second chance. Because as long as you're breathing and your heart is beating, there's always a second chance. No matter how far away you are from Allah. right? So that's what I'm gonna take with me. And like, I've been thinking a lot about the content I'm gonna make, and I love fitness. I love these things. Like, I want, there's a bigger message behind that, right? I think we as Muslims, we need to remind each other about this, about what to do, how to think, how to feel. There's so much other stuff going around, and it's affecting affecting us as a community negatively, in a negative way. So that's what I have. And if you feel the same way like me or not, I don't know, feel free to comment on this video, express what you're feeling, what you're thinking about. I'll try to, answer all you guys' comments. But yeah, I just wanted to share this. I have no script. I just, from the top of my head, from my heart. And yeah, I guess I see you in the next video, inshallah. If we're still here in this video. Assalamu alaikum.